Being a decently successful online business agency owner and making content around it, the most common question I get is, how do you start? People want the blueprint to go from average or broke to like financially sound or rich or whatever you want to say. And so I'm going to give you my blueprint, the blueprint of how I started at 17 years old and how you can practically copy and paste this for yourself. Now, firstly is education. Now, don't be a child, don't be afraid of education, because I'm not talking about school, college, uni, I'm talking about life in general. As what you know today is not enough to get you to where you need to be tomorrow. I mean, think about it, it makes sense. If at the point where you stop education is at school, college, uni, then that is your maximum point of evolution. You don't evolve past that because you're not learning anything. I mean, after you're forced to go into education, that's when your education should really start. That's when you should start to evolve and absorb as much as you possibly can. And this can be in anything, in any kind of category that you want. If you want to evolve in the sense of being an entrepreneur, then read books, watch videos, listen to podcasts, evolve your mindset, evolve like the functions of how you understand finance and money and this kind of stuff. You must constantly start to reinvent yourself and upgrade yourself and update yourself, and the reinvention is education. I mean, YouTube, books, podcasts, it's all out there for grabs. You can literally read a book that is an insight to someone's mind for like £10. I mean, think about it, there is no form of content out there in the world that is an insight of someone's head and what they're thinking in their thought process and patterns for literally the price of £10, and you can get hundreds and hundreds of maybe of millions of them. Read a book, it will change your life. Secondly, you need to start planting seeds of opportunity for yourself, seeds of potential if you like. And the reason being is because the more seeds of opportunity that you plant, the more chance that you have of growing a money tree out of them. Now this does sound ridiculous, I know, but I started my social media pages, I started doing affiliate marketing, started doing social media management for companies and local restaurants in my area, and some of those things grew into fantastic money trees, and most importantly got me to where I am today. The way to look at it is to really visualize what you want your future life to look like and then reverse engineer it. Let's say in the future you want to be this multi-millionaire real estate investor. Well, how can you actually reverse engineer it and start planting seeds for yourself? Maybe you start a real estate YouTube channel, right, and start creating content around it. Maybe you go to some moguls in your local area and start asking them and knocking on their door and asking them how they started this kind of stuff, because maybe that YouTube channel will blow up, create income for you to invest in real estate, connect with other people in the area. Maybe that mogul, the door that you knocked on, ended up, you know, giving you an apprenticeship or teaching or this kind of thing. If you don't plant seeds, then you don't know. Thirdly, learn high income skills, and high income skills that people pay money for. This can be anything from sales, marketing, web development, whatever you can think of. And be creative and be unique. I personally started social media marketing. I started learning the platforms and the algorithms and how they work, and then I could go to other people that wanted to grow their social media presence and kind of do an exchange. I mean, search up on Google right now top high income skills and pick one in the list and learn it. Now you almost have an asset, and that asset is inside your head. Another thing to consider is to develop skills where the input and the output aren't linked. Another way to put it is to go down the route of a career or a job where the outcome that you receive is not related to the effort that you put in. For example, you don't have to make £8 by working an hour at McDonald's, because otherwise you will always be capped by your mental and your physical ability to do things and the time that you are constrained by. Another way to look at it is you want to make sure that you have no time connection to the output that you are receiving, because if you work for an hour, get paid for an hour, then you're going to be working for the rest of your life. And tools and leverage create this disconnection between inputs and outputs. The higher the creativity component of a profession, the more likely it is to have disconnected inputs and outputs. And if you're looking at professions where your inputs and outputs are highly connected, it's going to be very hard to create wealth and make wealth for yourself in that process. And finally, last but not least, take risks. Be impulsive of your decisions, because the more opportunities that you chuck yourself into head first, the more chance you have of something coming out of it. One of the biggest factors of people not succeeding in life and not being able to achieve what they've wanted to is because they don't actually go and do it. It's that kind of thing as, like, will manifestation work if you just shout at a mirror, or do you actually have to put your actions into place to achieve what you're manifesting? Take action, take risk, buy that course, start that side hustle, because what's the worst that's going to happen? You're going to be back in the place that you were originally with more skills and knowledge and experience. And essentially here you're just increasing your chance of luck. There was literally a study done on what makes lucky people lucky, and the result that came out was that the lucky people just do more things. They take more opportunities, do more experiences, whatever it is, they do stuff more. And the unlucky people are literally the people that do nothing. They sat in their room, they don't leave their house, they don't experience new things, meet new people, take on opportunities, and therefore they consider themselves unlucky. You know, Bill Gates didn't get lucky building Microsoft. He probably took on thousands of opportunities and thousands of risks to actually build it, and some of those risks paid off. I mean, all you need is one risk to pay off and one thing to go right for you to succeed. So take risk, be impulsive with your decisions. And that is it, ladies and gents. That is it. If you're young and broke, that's where I would start. That's where I started myself, and the things that almost stepping stones that I took. If you enjoyed, there's no reason not to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.